Hi, I'm Alex from StackOne team. In this demo, we're going to be looking at our AI Connector Builder, which is the tooling that both we and our customers use to make integration development and maintenance 10 times more scalable. Before I show you a live example, let me explain why we built this feature. At StackOne, we've built out tens of thousands of deep actions into enterprise APIs to help agents ingest context and take action across hundreds of apps reliably and securely. And while these out-of-the-box actions are great for getting started and prototyping your agents, you'll find that when you want to deploy agents into production, you'll need to develop new connectors or actions. And that could be to connect to niche systems, to productize app-specific workflows, or to address customer-specific process flows or custom setups. And traditionally, each of these presents a roadblock to your integration projects, which can take months to overcome. So we're going to show you how you can use StackOne to scope and develop new actions in minutes. The StackOne platform has 3 key features to help you build reliable integrations faster. And these are the same 3 features our team are using to build connectors onto our platform. First off, the concept of integration definitions as code. Instead of building integrations using a restrictive UI, our integrations are defined in YAML format, which is an intuitive format for both developers and coding agents. And we've designed the actions to be powerful workflow definitions, allowing you to build intuitive actions for your agents. We host the connector definitions and run them on our state-of-the-art, scalable, and low-latency Falcon execution engine, with each action automatically available via any of the protocols we support, be that MCP, SDK, or RPC. Next, the CLI, which enables you to run the full connector development lifecycle from your terminal, from putting in existing connector definitions, testing and validating new actions, to pushing them and executing them in live environments. And finally, our AI agents gives your coding agent the integration building expertise it needs to develop reliable production agents. We've trained our agent harness on thousands of integration code examples and public API documentation pages, and we've trained it on how to research use cases, read documentation, define schemas, and test actions using real credentials. So let's run through an end-to-end example. I'm in the StackOne app, and if I search through the list of connectors, you'll see that we're currently missing a connector for Dayforce HCM. Now, Dayforce has a modern REST API that's well documented, but given Dayforce can be extended, like many enterprise apps, we're going to want to build against live credentials and using the API spec for our unique environment. So in this tab, you'll see I'm logged into the Dayforce developer network, where I can see the full API spec in a more standardized format. And in this tab, I've got the full Swagger definition for my sandbox environment. Now I'm going to switch to my coding editor, where I'm in the repo we use at StackOne to build production actions. So here you'll see I've saved the Dayforce Swagger definition, along with the sandbox credentials. And further down, you'll see that each connector is contained in a different folder, which then contains YAML files with the connector and action definitions. So switching to the terminal, I've already installed the StackOne CLI from our npm package. Next, I'm going to install the StackOne agent, and then I'm going to start a new Claude Code session. To keep this demo simple, I'm going to ask Claude to develop 2 simple employee-related read actions for the Dayforce API, using the Swagger spec and credentials I've included in the docs folder. So when I send this prompt off, Claude is now going to follow the instructions our agent has given it and launch the necessary sub-agents to perform the job. Now this should take a matter of minutes to build and validate. So you can see that this has taken just over a couple of minutes to write and validate the actions. I'm just going to prompt Claude to also test the actions now. So now the StackOne agent has run and validated the connector definitions end to end, and you can see the whole process of building and validation has taken fewer than 5 minutes. If I scroll down the connector directory here, you'll see the new connector for Dayforce that it's created, the metadata it's created, the authentication type, as well as 2 different actions on employees. I can then pass an API key from my StackOne project to the agent and ask it to push the connector to my StackOne environment. So when you're doing this normally, you can actually create a profile for the CLI to hold your API key so that you can run this command more securely. So when I run this and I return to my StackOne project, I can refresh the screen and then the new connector will show up in the dashboard. I can then authenticate the new connector and test it out live. So to do this, I'll create a new auth config. And then I'll create an account. When we click connect, we're going to do some validation on the account to make sure it works. We've then got connected accounts and we can test out the actions live. And there you have it. To recap, we run through why developing new integrations is critical to your agentic integration strategy and how StackOne's features help you keep up faster than ever with your roadmap. If you want to build your own integrations and actions for your agents, you can do so today by signing up for a free account on StackOne.com. You can find the link below in the description.